A living being cannot be vacant for desires. He is not a dead stone. He must be working, thinking, feeling, and willing. But when he thinks, feels, and wills materially, he becomes entangled, and conversely, when he thinks, feels, and wills for the service of the Lord, he becomes gradually freed from all entanglement. The more a person is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, the more he acquires a hankering for it. That is the transcendental nature of godly service. Material service has satiation, where spiritual service of the Lord has neither satiation nor end. One can go on increasing his hankerings for the loving transcendental service of the Lord, and yet he will not find satiation or end. By intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally. Therefore, seeing the Lord means being engaged in His service because His service and His person are identical. The sincere devotee should go on with sincere service of the Lord. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. There was no material desire in Narada, and yet, just to increase his intense desire for the Lord, he was so advised.
Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurvanmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasnaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pratayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragramatarine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasdi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
So amazing, beautiful verse. That is, first having the darshan of the Lord, and Lord is immediately disappearing. Then he is feeling very morose and crying. That time the Lord's voice is coming. He's hearing the Lord, Lord's transcendental voice he's hearing. And after that, the feeling of separation. Very, very beautiful verse. Then the Lord is speaking that a virtuous one, you have only once seen me in person, my person. Why? Only one time Lord showed his darshan. He's telling the reason why he's not going to show him a long time. And this is just to increase your desire for me. Because the more you hanker for me, the more you will be freed from all material desires. So how amazing it is. Simply by hankering for Krishna, one will be freed from material desires. So Lord is giving the technique of how one can very easily come out of material desire. Even he is not seeing the Lord. Just a hankering for the Lord itself will remove all the material desires. So this is beautiful from the lotus lips of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These words are coming out, and Narada Muni doesn't have anything. Bhaktivedantas, anybody, even Bhaktivedantas have left. He's alone in the forest. Nobody is there. Small boy. No mother, father, brother, sister relationship. No followers. No friends. No employment. Empty. Full empty. Nothing in the forest. Alone in the forest. Thus alone in the forest. The Lord appeared in front of me. That is what he is telling. And in the lonely forest. And then the Lord disappeared. Then that is the only hope. And the Lord appeared. That's the greatest wealth. And suddenly he disappeared. But he didn't just disappear. That's the mercy of the Lord. This is a small child. So Lord is speaking to Narada Muni that, oh virtuous one, he is calling the boy. how he is virtuous. He was simply a son of a maid servant. How he is virtuous? He is virtuous because he is initiated by Bhakti Vedantas. He is initiated by Bhakti Vedanta, one become virtuous because not just formal initiation. One should listen. Sometimes people just want to take initiation and they don't want to know more about Guru Maharaj or listen to his lectures or get to know more about him. No, that kind of will not be as powerful. Even formal initiation will work. That is the power of pure devotee. He will liberate them. But liberation is one thing, getting prema is another thing. So we have to achieve the fruit of Krishna consciousness, which is Krishna prema. Prayojana has to be attained. So to reach the ultimate result, one has to really be attached to the spiritual master, take initiation and listen, hear from him. That hearing is very, very powerful. So here, because of that, he becomes virtuous, and Lord is calling him virtuous one. You have been once seen in person. This is to increase the desire from. So Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada is giving amazing purport. A living being cannot be vacant of desire. So this is a very solid statement, especially for Mayavadis. And those people who give big lecture about detachment. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling, don't be attached, don't be detached. Sometimes we hear continuously lecture about detachment and we never hear attachment. So we have to become attached to Krishna. This is very essential. Detachment from material world is not Krishna consciousness. There is only one definition. Attachment to Krishna is Krishna consciousness. Mayavadis are so detached. In South India, there is a big Kanji Matam. There is a very, very big mutt. Okay? It is considered to be the headquarters of the Mayavadi kind of thing. But there, the sannyasis are there, Mayavadi sannyasis. And every single day, what they will eat is only plain white cooked rice, handful of rice. They will boil and they will just take one handful of them. Their hand, how much it can fill maximum? One hand. Only that much is the food for them. So actually there is desire within the heart. So rather than being a sannyasi like this, we can be a devotee who will cook variety we offer to Krishna, and we take many variety of prasadam. Because naturally, a living being cannot be vacant of desires. Very practical statement. Any common man will agree. So any common man can take Krishna consciousness. So a living being can never be without desires. He's not a dead stone. See, Srila Prabhupada is so practical. Anybody who's withdrawing himself, but without engaging his senses properly in Krishna's service, that sense will become an instrument of Maya. Somebody is withdrawing, I won't use my hand for Krishna. I won't use my... So why brahmacharis and sannyasis are so fearful about Mataji's ladies and falling for... Because they have rejected using one of the senses for Krishna. Rishikesh sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Rishika Isa. From Bhagavad Gita, we can understand this body is not us. It is only a vehicle. And every part of the vehicle has to be used in the service of Krishna. And when we withdraw any part from not using for Krishna, there is always a danger that we will fall away from Krishna consciousness, because that one sense is not yet purified. When seeing Krishna's form, the eyes are purified. When smelling the flowers offered to Krishna, the nose is purified. When talking about Krishna, eating prasadam and chanting, our mouth is purified. Our ears are purified by hearing this glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And our senses, body, hands, legs are purified. Legs are purified by walking, serving. Hands are purified by serving for Krishna, cleaning the temple or cooking for the deities. So many services we are performing. Same with the genitals also has to be used in the service of Krishna. If it is not used in the service of Krishna, that will become object of Maya, especially for Grahasthas. So Grahasthas should have proper lifestyle. Narada Muni, he became directly purified, like Haridas Thakur is of another standard. That standard, by empowerment of Guru, it is possible to get safety from not using a restraining. Somebody takes sannyas not out of detachment, but out of love for Guru. Guru ordered him to take sannyas. Only in that case somebody can take sannyas. Otherwise, so here Prabhupada is beautifully mentioning a living being cannot be vacant of desires. So when somebody is having desires, now and then it is coming, but after becoming Krishna consciousness, he doesn't know how to execute the desires in Krishna's service, then that desire only will become the cause of Maya. So we should take the instruction from expert spiritual master and his siksha, guidance, and based on that, we should dovetail all our desires in Krishna's service. How Prabhupada is so practical. A living being cannot be vacant of desires. If anybody is showing as if I don't have desire, certainly it is mithyachara. Prabhupada is showing a word in explaining that word in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is mentioning, don't be mithyachara na vidyate. So Krishna is advising Arjuna, mithyachara sa vidyase. That means what? You have desire within the heart, but you will outwardly show that you don't have a desire, or you will forcefully restrain yourself from desire, and you won't act upon that desire because you don't know how to execute it in Krishna consciousness. But when you have a pure devotee spiritual master, he will certainly train, he will give instructions very nicely, or he will give lectures and guidance how to utilize, how to dovetail that desire in the service of Krishna. Then immediately the desire becomes purified, that sense becomes purified. Eternally you will not have that disturbance of that sense. You will not have. So we are not dead stones. So the person, the persons are having, we all have thinking, feeling, willing. So this is the activity of the mind. Working is the activity of the body. So he must be working, and he must be thinking, feeling, and willing. Thinking, feeling, and willing are the activities of mind, and working is the activity of body. So according to the desire, anyway he has to act, and desires are there. These are two different things existing within ourselves. But when he thinks, feels, and wills materially, he becomes entangled. So the same two things are there. We have our senses, we have the desires. Now I can think, I will do like this, like that, I'll think. Then I will feel, okay, if I do like that, this kind of feeling will come. For example, I want to eat a gulab jamun. First I'll think, oh, gulab jamun, how nice it is to eat how nice, I have already experienced the taste. I'm thinking, then I'm feeling, wow, it will be so tasty, spongy and all. Okay, then I'm willing, okay, I'll go and buy or I'll cook. I'm thinking, feeling, and then willing to act, then working. Then I will use my senses to act on that desire. So I have the desire. But the question is, but when he thinks, feels, and wills materially, I want to enjoy my senses. Excuse me, the sense is not you. This body is not you. It is part of external energy. So whom are you serving? You're serving the external energy of the Lord. Internal energy of the Lord will engage you in the service of the Lord. This body is by putting petrol to the car. How will my hunger be satisfied? I am a driver of a car. I am an owner of a car. I'm the driver. I'm taking the car everywhere. Now the petrol is coming down. I put the petrol to my car. Can my hunger be fulfilled by putting petrol to the car? Not possible. Same way, I'm not this body. I'm spirit soul. This body is only a vehicle. In every lifetime, we will have many bodies. Sometimes I had Indian body, Pakistani body. Sometimes I had Deva. I was Asura. I was worm in the stool. Multiple bodies I have taken. And multiple bodies I have taken, and then each of the body is only a vehicle. I'm a spirit soul. I'm traveling. Now my duty is to use this vehicle in the service of my master. I'm the driver. I will drive it where my master says me to do so. And who is the master? Even though Supreme Personality of God, Krishna is the topmost master, but we have lost the connection with him. We have lost the connection. Yoga is missing. Yoga means connection, that is missing. So the spiritual master comes and trains us in the Bhakti Yoga process. So when we are in the conditioned state, even in liberated state, the spiritual master is our master. So under the guidance of So I have to run the vehicle according to the guidance of the spiritual master. The spiritual master will tell him, you do this. So that is why the instruction of the spiritual master is very, very primary. So here there are two, Prabhupada is showing two different contradictory things. One is when acting everybody has to do, thinking, feeling, willing everybody has to do. We are all living beings. If you are a living being, we will not be vacant of desire. Anybody who is telling, okay, I'm like a stone, I don't have it, it's bogus. It is bogus. There is no genuinity in that action, or with the speech is false. So we can understand it is mithyachara. Sometimes Guru Maharaj also says, no, I don't like this, I don't like carrots. So like the word he's telling, I don't like. So how can you say he's like, not like, I don't have it? These are all Mayavadi, 100% Mayavadi. Just branded Mayavadi. We can see that, okay, oh, that's a Mayavadi speaking here. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted even Mayavadis, but he gave only 2 instructions to them. He didn't tell all devotional service, 64 Angas of Bhakti, which instruction he gave to Rupa Goswami. He never spoke to Mayavadis. He gave only 2 instructions. Stand Hare Krishna Mahamantra and you read Bhagavatam. Bas, do that. That's all. Because they like reading, they like philosophy. They do that. He didn't tell other Angas of Bhakti. So here, but when he thinks, feels and wills materially, he becomes entangled. We don't know how to use our desire or devotile. But conversely, when he thinks and feels and wills for the service of the Lord, he becomes gradually freed from all entanglement. The same thing which binds you, the same thing will liberate you. The same sense which has binded you. For example, we have desire for the tongue. I want to eat this, I want to eat this, I like this. South Indians like South Indian prasadam food, and North Indians like North Indian food. And Italians have like Italian food. That the sense of taste is always there, and the desire for eating, this is natural. Desire for the opposite sex is natural. This reproduction is part of the program. It is Brahma's program. Who are you to stop it? Reproduction is Brahma's program. This is, anybody shows as if they don't have that desire is also false, and anybody is refraining from that is also false. We should know how to engage the senses in the service of the Lord, any sense. So how you offer us prasadam? So that is why we have the acharyas. They are teaching us how to conversely think, feel, and will for the service of the Lord. I will offer this so nice. If Krishna eats this, how nice it will be. Many times when we eat South Indian prasadam, idli or something which is really tasty, dosa, then we used to think, hey, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to South India, 6 years he was there, no? Surely he would have eaten idli. Somehow somebody would have provided, no? So they have given it to Krishna. They have given it to Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has eaten it. So in this way, when we give it to the Lord and then take it as prasadam, genitals we use to produce Krishna conscious children, according to the instructions given by spiritual master, by Garbhadana Samskara, amazing devotees will come, Guru and Gauranga will bless. So the person immediately becomes, and we also become freed from that desire. How by engaging a sense, how by begetting a child, you will lose your self-interest for sex. People think sex can be performed only for self-interest. Otherwise, it is impossible. It is very dirty. That is wrong. When you beautifully engage it under the instruction of a spiritual master, eternally your sense will be pure and you will never have sexual desire, but you will reproduce. Like Srivas Thakur, he is Narada Muni, Brahmachari, he had children. Murari Gupta, he came, he is Hanuman, he is Nitya Brahmachari, he came as a Grahastha and we got children. How somebody can be a proper brahmachari at the same time, eternally? They are eternal forms. Hanuman is an eternal form. Murari Gupta is an eternal form. Eternally, they are unaffected by that desire because they are performing every sense activities only for the pleasure of the Lord, not for any personal desire. And this is possible only by the guidance of spiritual master. One should refrain from that activities, but when spiritual master has come, he's laying down the principles. Okay, this is how a Grahastha will live. This is laid down, this Shastra, these topics are laid down. This is Shastra. Not whatever we have learned in this Ramayana, Mahabharata, here, there, in the roadside, we will stray around, and in my family, in my father, all those are nonsense. The spiritual masters like Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj are coming, and they are laying down the laws of how to live in the present time, place, and circumstance. And we just need to follow that, not with any mental speculation. So the more a person is engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord, anybody we do according to the instruction of spiritual master, let it be offering prasadam, let it be marrying, begetting children, anything. The more a person is engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord, the more he acquires a hankering for it. My dear Guru Maharaj, I want to satisfy you more in this way. That is the transcendental nature of godly service. So what happens is all those material desire will go, and the every sense will become purified. And despite we are in this material body, will be liberated souls, Jivan Mukta. Whether we have attained the prema, that we don't know. But the senses will never agitate us. It will never agitate us. By continuously using the senses in the service of the Lord, never ever the snake, snakes are coming, like snake has poison. And in Nectar of Devotion, how the senses are being explained very beautifully. The senses are described like snakes. The snake, what it will do, it will bite and then it's poison. Same way, all our senses are very dangerous. From our eye, we see some movie poster, then we want to go to the eye, go to the movie. And then in movie, all the emotions, everything duplicate. The person in the movie, he will be drinking like anything, the young man, and the whole world will follow him. All the youth in the college will drink. But if you go to that man and ask that actor who's earning crores of rupees, he will be a teetotaler. He will never would have drunk in his life. But he's earning crores of rupees. But the boys and girls who are seeing this by seeing that will become drunkards, and they will spoil their profession. They'll spoil their family life. They'll spoil all that. They're not earning money. They'll become beggars. So it's very dangerous. The eyes and the tongue, the very dangerous. The tongue is, all the senses, tongue is more uncontrollable. That also, every of our senses is taking us towards destruction. So it is compared by Rupa Goswami to a snake which has poison. But as soon as you engage all these senses, out of love or not, doesn't matter. But you have to engage all the senses in the devotional service. With the eyes, you should start seeing the forms of the Lord. In the nose, you should smell the flower offered to the Lord, or tulsi offered to the Lord. In the ears, you should hear Krishna Katha, Gaura Katha, and Kirtans. And in the mouth, you should sing the Kirtan and chant and preach and eat prasadam. And the body also has to be used. You can visit the temple, you can go around, even in the house, you can do kirtan and cook for Lord and do so many other services with the hands and legs and all the body. Then what will happen? And mind, you can think how I can do this, how can I execute? I got this service. How will I execute this particular service? It has been awarded to me. How best can I execute? Intelligently. Okay, you gave service, I'll do it. I know. You don't know anything because you have never done devotional service before to the Supreme Lord. That is why you should have a Siksha Guru. You should ask the Siksha Guru to do. I know. You give me the service, I will do. Some people, they'll get the instruction from Guru Maharaj and they will directly do. And they will never ask Guru Maharaj in between any instruction. At last, the end result will not be what Guru Maharaj asked. The reason is they think they know. Of course, we know. Our knowledge is within the material world. We are conditioned for millions of lifetimes. But transcendental expert is Guru Maharaj. Transcendental service expert is Guru Maharaj. And we don't know. We are in training. Okay, Guru will give instruction. I will fulfill the instruction. Not like that. Guru will give you instruction and find out the details from him by asking him how to do, what to do. Because first one should know that I don't know. But the problem is we think I know. When we think I know, then the end result will not be what Guru Maharaj asked us to do. We may ask again and again, and we may not do it. We may do something else. Then Guru Maharaj may say, okay, now what to do? This guy, I told him this and he's doing this like this. So the details has to be asked from Guru Maharaj, how it has to be done. So only then it is practical. So then Rupa Goswami is telling, then such way we are engaging these senses. The snake's poisonous teeth has been taken away. So when the complete poison teeth is taken away, sometimes you will see the snake charmer, and the snake will be dancing, public will be watching, and he will be taking and putting the snake in the neck and all. Why he is doing it? Why he is playing around with the snake? You're also scared. You don't know, because the poison, there is a separate teeth for poison. and they'll remove it totally from root they will remove it. Then they can play. It is like any other small animal. You're having a dog, you're playing with that. Same like that, the snake is also like a dog only. So Rupa Goswami is telling, despite you have all the senses, they will never agitate you if you are using it in the service of the Lord. They will not agitate you. You will not undergo the pangs of material miseries which are created by the senses ever again. So one can go on increasing his hankering for the loving transcendental service of the Lord. So one should keep on increasing more, not just purifying. Gradually it will develop into love. So yet he will be not satisfied. This word satisfaction, Guru Maharaj doesn't like at all. How in devotional service there is no satisfaction. Oh, I'm very happy. I finished. I did this. I finished. No. What is the next service? Finish the service. And what is the next service? Okay, finish the service. What is the next service? There is no satiation. I remember one beautiful pastime directly I had with Guru Maharaj in Vrindavan. One time, one devotee from Coimbatore, he wanted to name his baby. Is the disciple of Guru Maharaj. So me and Prabhu were in Vrindavan. I don't get much opportunity to be in close proximity to Guru Maharaj due to my material body. But Guru Prabhu can be there. But I got the opportunity due to Prabhu's mercy. So somehow I was also inside the room, which is one of a rare scenario. So that time that Prabhuji called, and there were many people by the mercy of the Lord. And in Vrindavan and all that, there are not much of disciples. So there will be only small set of devotees and we can get near Guru Maharaj. So then name, what word it should start with. So there are name should start with T, letter T, according to the horoscope. First, the date of birth, the time of birth, and place of birth are the base of creating a horoscope, based on which only the total horoscope is being created. So based on that, then the name starting letter will come. The time of birth is the main thing to find the starting letter. So T was there. That's a girl child. And Guru Maharaj told, okay, you write some names, 10 names, and come, then I'll choose. Then I asked all the devotees, and I was taking the name. There are many North Indians and all that. In South Indian, we don't use some words. In North India, so I wrote some Tunga Vidya, Tulasi, whatever names I know. Then some North Indian Mataji also told Tripti, this, that, and all. Tapan, some names and all. So 10 names. I went and showed Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj wanted to choose 3 names from that and give it to the couples, and the couple will choose one name. Okay, they themselves will choose. All the 3 names are dear to Guru Maharaj. It is not that Guru Maharaj, you say, I will name it, and later you don't name it, it will become disobeying the order of the spiritual master. So Guru Maharaj will never give the name directly. No, Guru Maharaj, you only tell, you won't even tell. You won't tell. Because if you disobey the order of spiritual master, it's a big offense. It is one of the primary offenses, that the 3rd offense in the 10 offenses of chanting the holy name of the Lord. So Guru Maharaj will never give direct instruction to the disciple unless otherwise he is making sure that the disciple will give his life but not disobey. Only in that case, who has completely given himself at the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, only Guru Maharaj will give personal instruction. Otherwise, Guru Maharaj will not give. So he gave 3 names and he asked them to choose. So when we took the 10 names and went, then Guru Maharaj was seeing, okay, Tunga Vidya, Tulasi, like this. Then when he saw the word Tripti, he was striking with the pen on top of the Tripti so much. I was shocked to see this. Why he is striking this name Tripti so much? So then I understood, in Krishna consciousness, there is no Tripti or satisfaction. There's no end. It's unlimited. Okay, I finished my service. Now, what is my next task? Ask what is the next service. Because we are spirit souls, we have to revive our Krishna conscious back. So when we give a gap in between, then the Maya will enter into the gap. Then we will try to use our senses in the sense gratification, in entangling ourselves. Then liberation, entanglement, liberation, entanglement, liberation, entanglement. It will not be Nishtha. Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti. We have to go to the Ashakti stage. So consistent devotional service, non-stop, without cessation. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasiddhati. So continuous thinking, feeling, willing, acting. 4 things mentioned here. Not just acting bakwas. No, no, I will continuously do service. Some service I will do some service. No, no. Intelligently thinking, feeling, willing, everything should be there. You should completely consciously involve your intelligence and mind. Krishna is telling the topmost service is intelligence and mind. Involve in me. If you cannot involve that, involve the body and do service. And if you cannot involve the body and do service, then do financial donation to me. If you cannot do financial donation to me, at least give the financial donation to another person. You don't enjoy like this. So one should go on increasing his hankering for the loving the devotional service of the Lord. Then gradually the spirit soul will become active, and then completely will start a Jivera Surubhoi Krishnera Nityadasa. Will not act as a body, but will act as a spirit soul, like Guru Maharaj, transcendental personalities. We can attain back our transcendental body. And yet he will not find satiation or end. So the satiation or end is negative in Krishna consciousness, Mayavadi word. Mayavadi had mukti. What is mukti? Mukti means end. He is talking, okay, I'll put an end to material life. No, sorry, Baba. When you're putting end to the material life, the spiritual life should have been started. Starting of spiritual life is automatically ending of material life, Baba. That is the secret. So we just need to engage in Krishna consciousness. So by increasing the service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendently. Because without cessation, when we are seeing, then we can experience the presence of the Lord transcendently. Therefore, seeing the Lord means being engaged in his service. So what does seeing the Lord mean? It means engaging in the service of the Lord, because his service and his person are identical. Anything in connection with Krishna is Krishna. Like his name is not different from him. Same way, when we are offering service to him, it is also connecting strongly with him. Means Srimati Radharani is also internal potency of the Supreme Lord. So the devotional service is also Krishna only. So we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the unified form of Radha and Krishna. And he came and showed how to execute Krishna consciousness. So the sincere devotee should go on with the sincere service of the Lord. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. So when Lord is giving us direction, we have to go. We will think, this is how it has to be done. We have to approach like this. We have to go like this. In this way, we will think. But we will see that when we go there, the Lord is closing the door on our face. And another place we will think, okay, like this only it has to be done. And we will go and we will see that the Lord is closing the face. Oh, this is not the route. This is not the route. When you see, there is in Christianity, there is a proverb. When one door is closed, another door is open. No, no, when even 1,000 doors are closed, Krishna's door is always open. But he will direct us like a barricaded, because we are conditioned soul. We cannot understand the Lord. We have come far away by enviousness. We have envied the Lord. So the Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. There was no material desire in Narada. There was absolutely no material desire. That because he is cultivated properly by Bhaktivedanta, he has sincerely learnt it. So there is no material desire in Narada. And yet, so sometimes some people say, no, till you have material desire, you cannot see the Lord. But Narada Muni was not able to see the Lord for another reason. It is not because of not having material. Narada Muni didn't have any material desire. But Krishna wanted to give something higher to him. More than prema is, there is something higher to Krishna prema. What is that Krishna prema? The love and separation, the service and separation is higher to the attachment, seeing in person and serving. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he is easily giving Krishna prema to the material world people by using this technique of Vipralamba Bhava, that they are not having direct audience with Krishna. Spiritual world, everybody is having direct audience in Vaikuntha, in Goloka, in Dwaraka, everywhere having direct audience of Krishna. But in material world, nobody has the direct audience of Krishna. You turn around and see, do you see Paramatma in the atom? No. Do you see Paramatma in everybody's heart? No. He is there, but you're not able to see. So in this place, how will we execute pure, unalloyed, loving devotional service? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching how to serve in separation. Ashlishya vapadaratam pinastumam adarshanam marmahatam karautuva yada tata va vitatati lampato Matprananadastu sa evana paraha. Even if you don't see me, even if I'm not able to see you, direct darshan, I'm not able to have you, but I completely have faith because Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Acharya Parampara, and my Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, everybody is telling, yes, you are there, my Prabhu, you are conscious of all living being. I am also one living being. You are certainly conscious of me. You see me, Prabhu, I don't see you. That is my unfortunate situation. You are seeing me, you are conscious of me like any other living being. You are not just conscious of me alone. Every living being you are conscious, Prabhu. Only I am not conscious of you. So, Adarshanan Marmahatam Karautva. So I'm not able to see, but I have developed one thing. Nityananda Prabhu said that is the cost you need to pay in the market. If you go to market without money, don't go to market because you cannot buy anything. Same way, Namahata, the holy name market, is also there. Please don't go. Even if you go, you cannot buy the original. With the original powerful name. What is that paisa? What is the money you need to pay? Oh, you need to give donation. You need to become life member. No, no. With money, you cannot do anything, even in material world. You cannot, you think you can purchase Krishna by money? No. So what is that cost I need to pay in the Namahata market? Shraddhavan Jan hai, Shraddhavan Jan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning Shraddha, the faith on the spiritual master, on the words of spiritual master, Acharya Parampara, scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, complete faith in the instructions which are given. Then we will understand, my dear Lord, you're conscious of me, you're present. Only I'm not conscious of you. You're always conscious of me. But I'm not conscious. That is my unfortunate situation. We understand and then we serve. So when we serve in that mood, then it is Vipralamba Bhava, which is even higher to Prema. That is why Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratviche Namaha. So what we do is in the holy name market, which is opened by Gaurnitai, we are giving this faith on Guru and Gauranga. We are giving this faith, and even though we are not able to see Krishna, but executing Krishna consciousness only because we have faith in the spiritual master, only in the words of Prabhupada and spiritual master we are executing. Then what will happen? Then that is considered like a service in Vipralamba, which is very, very high. So anybody is having such a hankering and serving without seeing Krishna, Krishna is very, very obliged. How do you know? See the sloka. Krishna directly is telling how our material desire can be removed. Not only that, that is the superior way of worship. Worship in separation is a superior compared to Vipralamba is higher than something called Sambhoga. Sambhoga is so the in material world there's possibilities. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu used this methodology in devotional services science in order to take us close to Krishna. So here he's telling, oh, virtues are not because of material desire there in Narada Muni that Lord disappeared. No, Lord wanted to give the best because he's initiated by Bhaktivedanta. He had faith in the words of Bhaktivedanta. He tried to follow the process of a Bhaktivedanta. So this is just to increase. So he's telling, I will try to increase the desire in me. You should not see me, but you should know that I'm there. And you should know that the Bhaktivedantas, what they said is true, and you are executing their instruction and they initiated you. You just, then he will give, now Lord will give instruction very beautifully to Narada Muni. How amazing is this verse that the Lord is trying to give the Vipralamba feeling or separation feeling to the devotee. And then the devotee hankers. So one can increasing his hankering. So then that will intense the desire. So there was no material desire in Narada, yet just to increase. So we should understand properly why Narada Muni was not given. Oh, no, all his material desire is not gone. Sometimes we hear all this is very dangerous. So that is why we should read Srila Prabhupada's purport properly. Don't try to read only the sloka, only the Sanskrit. Never do that. Kindly hear from Prabhupada. Personally, Prabhupada is sitting and talking to us how to become attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how to execute Krishna consciousness, everything. So there was no material desire in Narada, but it to increase his intense desire for the Lord. He is so advised, so beautiful. Prabhuji, Rajeshwar Prabhu, kindly add anything if you want. Or You have anything to say?
Nothing to say. Everything is said already. The only thing I was thinking is that we are very fortunate that we are in touch with such Bhakti Vedanta who is live in our life. And unlike Narad Muni, we are not very fortunate to have a glimpse of darshan of the Lord without being experienced in devotional service or without performing lots of devotional service, and only a little association with Bhakti Vedanta resulted for him in that way. We are million times more fallen than that particular Kalpas personalities. And we are not living in the environment of Varnashrama Dharma as Narad Muni in his previous life lived when he got Krishna consciousness. And so my thought is that we should take maximum association possible with Guru Maharaj as much as possible. How many moments of our life can be associated with Guru Maharaj, that has to be maximized by hook or crook. And that is the only way. We don't have any other option. We don't have any other chance. We cannot strive on our own to become Krishna conscious or even progress. Even for progressing, we are 100% depending on only Guru Maharaj. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have got such a Guru who is the associate of Lord Chaitanya. And everything depends on his association that we take. So if we are getting more association by the mercy of the Lord, we should not neglect it, and we should not consider that, okay, I am getting enough association or kind of things. We are not getting enough association. How much ever is available to us, it is less, and we want more. So only Guru Maharaj association can save us. And any other knowledge or any other process or any other recognition or any other way of doing devotional services is not going to save us actually, because we have not even realized that I am not this body, I am eternal servant of Krishna, or all these things remain still a concept, and nothing has become even practical. So our only hope is our Guru Maharaj.
Especially when Guru Maharaj gives instruction, any words which are coming out of Guru Maharaj's mouth is like scripture. So it need not require some previous kalpa or in that time and Varnashrama and all. Same process. Narada Muni had a process of getting association with Bhakti Vedanta. He took maximum advantage of it. Same way we also should take maximum advantage of the association of Bhakti Vedanta, pure devotees, spiritual master. Maximum. And he took instructions from them. He listened to them. At last, before leaving, they not only initiated, they also gave him lot of instructions. That only he is meditating, his meditation upon what they spoke to him. What they spoke to him. So, of course, yes, 100% true. The maximum association, he is the only hope here now. In Kali Yuga, everything is ulta pulta. But see, whether everything is set right in the previous kalpa and all that, or previous, anything is set right, nothing is proper. Dukalayam Ashashvatam, there's a definition given yesterday. Guru Maharaj gave a lecture in which he said, Krishna is giving a definition of the spiritual material world. What is that? Dukalayam Ashashvatam. That's it. So whether it's previous kalpa or this kalpa or Satya Yuga or Treta, it doesn't matter. Conditioned soul is conditioned soul, and material world is material world. External energy is external energy. Internal energy is internal energy. Spiritual master is spiritual master. So spiritual master is the only hope for the conditioned soul. Any conditioned soul, spiritual master is the only hope. And one should try to take maximum advantage of it. Maximum. This is very essential, as Rajeshwara Prabhu said. Rajeshwara Prabhu, what do you think? Chaitanya is...
Yeah, I don't see any other hope, truly speaking, and
Yes.
thinking of other ways and means and hopes are really a waste of time. And we must only desire to have more and more association of Guru Maharaj. The more association we have, we will really positively grow without disturbances. Only he can mitigate all the obstacles in the path of progress in the devotion service. Only he can engage us in the devotion service, pure unalloyed loving devotion service. So this is very, very important that we seek as much association as possible. And for that association, we can pay anything. There is nothing more better than that. And Guru Maharaj association is the most important one. Because in this Kali Yuga where we are living, every turn, it's all alluring and it's all, breaking for regulative principle environment, and that is encouraged and that is recommended, and that Asat Sangha is all over us, all around us, everywhere, every nook and corner. Okay, so we don't have any hope actually. Taking the instruction of the Guru Maharaj, I will go and I will perform on my own is impossible actually. Even for following his instruction, we need his personal association, his Vani more and more. Without his association, we cannot even, we cannot follow Narad Muni's previous kalpa in this way, that we take association, we take the instruction, we go and follow is not possible. Even for following the instruction, we need his association on and off. At least once in 24 hours, we have to have his association, is attending his class or seeing him, speaking to him, writing to him, listening to him, anything. It is very mandatory. One day we miss him, we are lagging behind many janmas. That is for sure, because that is a pathetic, precarious situation of this Kali Yuga.
Yes, thank you very much. So I will now go to try to take association of Guru Maharaj.
Hari Bol! Hari Bol! You are very
Bol.
fortunate. He's in Coimbatore.
He's in Coimbatore, but I don't know. One Mataji told, one girl told, she Nalini, I think all of you know her, I don't know. Some of you know. She is also having a house where some servants are staying. She said she'll me an access card and a key. But it is in the hand of some carpenter. I need to go and take it. Then I can enter. Otherwise, I cannot enter. They will push me away as usual. But in Zoom, I am having so much association. I have more realization that how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so kind, that in earlier times, we need to build a big temples to preach. But nowadays, you just need to have a YouTube channel to preach or a Zoom account to preach. It has been made so simple that anybody can preach. ABCP. What is that? ABCP? Anybody can preach. That you should have a big money, you should have manpower, you should have money. All these were a headache. Devotees were having a lot of heartache, because instead of going and talking to a rich man to chant Hare Krishna, they are going and to the rich man and begging money. But now it has become so simple that without having a lot of money, without having a big infrastructure, the infrastructure all virtual, but still room by room we can make, and we can create training by training, we can preach very nicely. So this digital age is coming. I'm very happy that my first service, direct service to Guru Maharaj, started by, means physically I've done many services. After lockdown, Guru Maharaj, on the first day, I got translation service in Tamil. And this was, I consider it, this digital to be great boon, that we as me and Preeti, Deepshika, Deepu and all were trying to read Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, second chapter, again first chapter, again first chapter. How many times? 6 or 7 times. Whenever we get together, quickly we'll finish in Mayapur, here, there. Nothing worked. At last, when lockdown happened, they sat with Prabhu and completed the entire 14 chapters they come in Bhagavad Gita. How nice it was. More than 14. Yeah, I think 14 chapters they completed. Rest of the chapters also others read and they completed. So in this way, it was a big door opening, this digital age. So all of us should maximum take advantage, take association from Guru Maharaj more easier rather than being physically. Some people are fortunate to go near physically. Some of us, for some reason, Lord Chaitanya has opened a bigger door for us. And he comes in Zoom, he weaves, he smiles, he accepts our prasadam. And in Facebook, we are able to see where he's going, what he's doing, his lectures, we are able to hear. How direct, every single day we can hear Guru Maharaj lecture. One should never miss this opportunity. He's a great loser. If somebody is missing Guru Maharaj class, I don't see anybody as a loser. Then a person thinks, oh, that's okay. It's okay. Guru Maharaj is giving class. Okay, I can't understand this, that. And all that are a false bogus philosophy. You understand, you don't understand, you listen. Like Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb. We are also like conditioned within this material body like a womb only. But when Narada Muni is speaking transcendental subject, it will get imbibed within our spirit soul, inside our heart. So we should listen. How much ever we understand, we should try. There was a person in Srirangam who was trying to understand, just trying to understand. But everything, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hugged him, personality of Supreme Personality of Godhead came, he spoke with him, why are you crying? And he hugged him and he told, this is the result of reading Bhagavad Gita, everything. So he had audience of, there may be many people who were reading at that time Bhagavad Gita properly with proper, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wouldn't have given personal association. But this person who had a sincere hankering, certainly Lord Chaitanya gave personal audience. He was pleased with him. So this is for today. There's a lot more to tell tomorrow. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Some guests are there, so I need to take care of them. Any questions, comments? Rajeshwar Prabhu, kindly handle. Oh, you also have to go. Okay, any questions or comments? Prabhu, kindly count. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Sunil Prabhu.
निष्ठावान भक्त को भगवान की नैष्ठिक सेवा करते रहना चाहिए। तो ये नैष्ठिक सेवा क्या होती है?
किधर है? नैष्ठिक मैंने अनब्रोकन, कंटिन्यूस, बिना टूटना। एक सेवा करेंगे तो अगला सेवा क्या करेंगे करके सोचना है, फिर करना है, फिर वो सेवा खत्म होने के बाद अगला सेवा क्या करेंगे। अभी मैं सुबह चैंटिंग किया, फिर उसके बाद भागवत पढ़ा, अभी अगला सेवा क्या करेंगे, भगवान को भोग चढ़ाएंगे, नहीं तो भागवत और पढ़ेंगे, नहीं तो मेरा रिश्तेदार को बुलाकर कृष्णा के बारे में बात करेंगे। ऐसा हम ये भक्ति सेवा को टूटना नहीं है। हम सीधा पूरा 24 घंटा कृष्ण का सेवा के अंदर कैसे रहना है करके सोचना है, वो उस कार्य करना है, वो निष्ठा बोलते हैं ना। Rajeshwar Prabhu, am I right? I don't know much Hindi and I don't know where Prabhu is referring to. Prabhu is starting to office, Rajeshwar Prabhu. So
No, I didn't hear the question.
निष्ठा, please Prabhu, Sunil Prabhu, can you repeat the question? आप एक बार
निष्ठावान भक्त को भगवान की नैष्ठिक सेवा करते रहना चाहिए। नैष्ठिक सेवा क्या होती है?
And what he said?
निष्ठावान भक्त को भगवान की नैष्ठिक सेवा करते रहना चाहिए।
हाँ,
नैष्ठिक ब्रह्मचारी माने प्रभु आंसर पண்றேலா?
Fixed up.
fixed up, one is fixed up. निष्ठा माने हिंदी में क्या है? हर वक्त उसका टूटना नहीं है, ब्रेक नहीं है,
विदाउट सेसेशन।
हम स्कूल जाते हैं, वो स्कूल जाने के समय रिसेस नहीं है तो स्कूल में ब्रेक देता है ना, ब्रेक। मूवी जाओ, मूवी में एक ब्रेक देगा, ऐसा ब्रेक नहीं होना है। एक सेवा के बाद एक सेवा, एक सेवा के बाद एक सेवा, एक सेवा के बाद, ऐसा कंटिन्यूस सेवा करना है। नैष्ठिक, निष्ठा माने फिक्स्ड अप, सेवा में फिक्स होना चाहिए।
वो उसको भक्ति सेवा करने का जो इच्छुक है वो बढ़ते ही जाना चाहिए। हर पल इतना लगा रहना चाहिए कि फल भर भी उसका रुकावट नहीं होना चाहिए सेवा में, बिना किसी रुकावट का सेवा में लगा रहना। और वो सेवा में तभी बिना किसी रुकावट का लगा रह सकता है जब उसका मन, उसका दिल, उसका जान सब उसमें लगा रहेगा, नहीं तो नहीं। तो वैदिक भक्ति से ये नहीं होगा। लेकिन राहानुह भक्ति यानी स्पॉन्टेनियस डिवोशनल सर्विस जिसको कहते हैं, उन्हीं से, यानी भक्ति वेदांत जैसे जो प्योर भक्त को साथ जो संग रखता है उन्हीं को ये प्राप्त हो सकता है। नियमों के अनुसार केवल पालन करने से ये नहीं होगा, शुद्ध भक्त का संग लेने से ये प्राप्त होगा। बिना किसी रुकावट भगवान का सेवा में लगा रहना, 24 घंटा बहुत दिन और रात, उसको बोलते हैं नैष्ठिक सेवा और निष्ठा।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
हरे कृष्णा, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
हरे कृष्णा।
Any other questions or comments? Time is already late. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. We'll all meet again 5 o'clock sharp tomorrow in the chanting of the holy name followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Padit upon Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
जय
Padit upon Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
जय
Bhagavat Satsang ki jai.
Jai.
जय
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa
कृपा
sindhubhya eva cha
सिंधु
patitanam
भैरव च
पावने